You don't really get to choose like when a good idea hits you, but you could set yourself up for better or worse situations where that's more or less likely to happen. I sat down and wrote down every time I can remember having a good idea. And in every example, I didn't have my phone in my hand. That is not really a creative posture. For a lot of these, I was like really relaxed. I had my mind on something else. I was not scrolling. I was not striving. I was like out in the world experiencing things. Like I was inspired by a novel. I was inspired by a real life experience. I was inspired by sort of brainstorming with another person. For those with, eyes to see and ears to hear, there's games everywhere, right? I think probably in the same way that like if you are a visual artist, you might look around at the world and see light and color and shadow and be like, hey, there's like paintings and photographs all over the world just like waiting to be portrayed. I feel that way about games. As you start thinking and seeing the world in game design problems, you start seeing these kinds of tensions all over the place. You start seeing these trade-offs and these interesting mechanisms, these systems. You look at like supply chain, you start thinking about like, how did these groceries get to this grocery store and into my home? And you're like, oh, wow, that's a big complex system that could be a game. And in fact, yep, there's a bunch of supply chain games out there.